Welcome back. I wanted to show off some progress on the weekend research project. So now it loads data from a CSV. Loading that data from a CSV gets us this data class, which is file type, which is going to be file system or cloud. I'll show you that when we go to the actual CSV file. Takes that and it runs it through the asset variant generation system here. And then we verify the results using that snapshot testing approach I mentioned in the previous video, which will be linked below. So if we take a look at the CSV file, you can see here that it is, first of all, the file type. That's going to be file system or cloud, because I want to be able to load ResDB links. That would be like you'd do cloud, and then you'd do ResDB, blah, 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 and it would load that and do it. Third one there is the type of variant task. So there's bitmap variants, shader variants, mesh variants. There's lots going on there, but this basically says like, hey, this is the type of variant I want to generate. And then here's the variant identifier. You'll see these things, this like string format here, if you look into how the variants are downloaded, etc. So they're kind of hard to read, but like you can take a look here, and you'll see, hey, so this is basically taking a.png and we're crunching it down to etc2 RGB crunched. And then on the end here, we have our first message. Looks like this has done that. There we go. So as illustrated here with the message, I could put like 4K image test if it was like a 4K test, and then that would appear down into the test explorer here. So you can see here that we've got all of those tests that we ran. So this was a CSV test. We did a.png, we made it a bitmap, and then here is the variant that we're doing. Still playing around with this naming. I might change things up or see if I can make it formatted a little bit better. But it's great, because let's say that we wanted to write another test. Ignore the cloud stuff for the moment. We could take this file.b.png. I think BC3 exists. If it doesn't, I'm not going to run this. It's fine. I do BC3 there, and it means like, hey, we've got another new test automatically that runs BC3 compression and then validates it with that snapshot testing. To talk about the snapshot testing a little bit, you can see here's my snapshot verified folder. So the file path here is the top of the folder, and then inside there is all these verified things here. So each of these files represent a variant that was generated in the past that we've said, yes, this is valid. The binary data is valid. The naming here is a little bit weird. It is the MD5 hash of this variant text. The reason it can't be the variant text is because that results in a long file path that doesn't... Basically, Visual Studio dies and doesn't like long file paths, so I made it the MD5 thing. I did experiment with base64, which is a little bit easier to reverse, but base64 turned out to be too long as well. So I knew MD5 was a fixed length. I'm doing it now. Just for abundant caution, you shouldn't be using MD5 for passwords these days, so just keep that in mind. Don't use MD5. But for this purpose, it's absolutely fine to use MD5. We're going to go ahead and take a look at this more, but I should be able to also do this for other variant types. So I'll be able to do like, I think it was a lizard that Fricks was looking at. So lizard.ply, and this would be a splat variant. And then this might be blah, and it's like splat test. And that's all the code required, as in one line of CSV, to run a new test to validate more variants. So it's really, 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 really cool. And I hope it's coming through in video as much as I can explain it. I'll speak to you guys soon.